Morning came slowly. The sun shone softly. The wind blew gently. In a beautiful flower garden lived a small bee. Her name was Lala. Lala was a kind bee. Lala was also a patient bee. Her wings were small. She flew slowly. Every morning, Lala woke with a small smile. "Today is beautiful," Lala said softly. Lala looked around. There were many flowers. There were red flowers. There were yellow flowers. There were purple flowers. All the flowers were smiling. All the flowers were fragrant. "Good morning, Lala," said the rose. "Good morning," Lala replied softly. Lala flew slowly from flower to flower. She didn't rush. She didn't push. Lala knew one important thing. "I'll only take enough," Lala said to herself. Lala landed on the first flower. She took a little bit of honey. "Thank you," Lala said politely. The flower was pleased. The flower continued to smile. Lala then flew to another flower. Slowly, calmly. She didn't take much. She wasn't greedy. Lala remembered her mother's words. "Lala," the mother bee had said, "if you take enough, everyone will be happy." Lala nodded slightly. "Yes, mother," Lala said softly. In the flower garden, all living things shared. Butterflies drank a little nectar. Ants walked around carrying small crumbs. No one fought. No one was angry. The flower garden felt peaceful. Lala flew in a circle. She felt warm inside. "I'm happy," Lala said softly, because Lala knows a small act of kindness can make a garden happy. And that day, a new day began for Lala. The morning in the flower garden was still bright. The sun was getting warmer. The flowers were still smiling. Lala flew slowly. Her wings made a soft sound. Lala wanted to look for more honey, just a little, as usual. As she flew, Lala saw something. Near the sunflowers, there was another bee. The bee was bigger than Lala. Its wings were moving quickly. The bee looked very busy. It landed on one flower, then on another, then back again. The bee had taken a lot of honey. "Take some more, take some more," the bee said softly. Lala stopped flying. She looked with her small eyes. Lala said softly. Lala felt a little worried. The sunflower was starting to look tired. Its petals drooped slightly. "Too much," the flower whispered. Lala approached slowly. She wasn't angry. She didn't shout. Lala was a patient bee. "Good morning," Lala said softly. The big bee didn't answer. She was still collecting honey. "Get some more," she said. Lala waited a moment. She took a deep breath. Lala knew she had to speak slowly. "Friend," Lala said softly, "the flower needs a rest." The big bee paused for a moment. She turned her head. "Huh?" she said. "I'm hungry," the big bee said. "I want lots of honey." Lala nodded slowly. "I'm hungry too," Lala said softly, "but I'll take just enough." The big bee shook her head. "If there's a lot, I'm happy," she said. Lala stared at the sunflower. The flower looked sad. The petals drooped again. Lala felt uneasy. "If we take too much," Lala said quietly, "the flower will get tired." The big bee fell silent. He looked down at the flower beneath him. The flower wasn't smiling anymore. The wind blew softly. The garden felt a little different. Lala remained calm. She wasn't angry. She wanted to help, because Lala knew that not being greedy is important. And that day, Lala began to learn that not all friends understand sharing. Day slowly approached. The sun was above the garden. The light was warm. The flower garden was still beautiful, but something had changed a little. Lala flew slowly. She looked down. Some of the flowers weren't smiling. The petals were drooping. The colors weren't as bright as before. Lala said softly. Lala landed near the small flower. "Hello, flower," Lala said softly. The flower was silent for a moment. Then she spoke softly. "I'm tired," the small flower said. Lala listened. She didn't interrupt. "Someone took too much honey," the flower said softly. Lala nodded slightly. "Sorry," Lala said softly. The small flower smiled faintly. "I like it when you come, Lala," the small flower said. "Take some." Lala felt a warmth in her chest, but also a sadness. She flew again, slowly. In the corner of the garden, there was another flower, a rose. Usually fragrant, usually bright. Now the flower was silent. Lala approached. "Rose?" Lala said softly. "Are you okay?" The rose shook her head slowly. "I'm tired," the rose said. "My honey is almost gone." Lala looked down. "Someone took too much," the rose said again. The wind blew softly. The leaves swayed gently. The garden felt quiet. Lala flew to the center of the garden. She paused for a moment. "I want everyone to be happy," Lala said to herself. Lala remembered what Mother Bee had said. "If you take just enough," Mother used to say, "the flowers will still be happy." Lala took a deep breath. "I have to help," Lala said softly. Lala wasn't angry. She wasn't blaming. She just wanted to share her kindness. Lala saw the big bee again. The bee was still flying fast. It looked full, but the garden looked sad. Lala approached slowly. "Friend," Lala said softly, "look at the flowers." The big bee looked around. It was silent. The flowers bowed. It didn't laugh. The big bee was starting to get confused. "I don't know," it said softly. Lala smiled slightly. "We can learn," Lala said softly. "Because when we take too much, someone becomes sad." And Lala knew a good lesson would come. The flower garden felt calm. The wind blew gently. Lala flew slowly. She approached the big bee. The big bee looked confused. It looked at the sad flowers. "I didn't mean to make you sad," the big bee said softly. Lala nodded slightly. "I know," Lala said softly. Lala is indeed a patient bee. Lala perched near the big bee, not too close, not too far. "We learn together," Lala said quietly. The big bee was silent. She listened. Lala pointed to the flower below. "Flowers give honey," Lala said softly. "Flowers need rest, too." The big bee stared at the flower. The flower was silent. Its petals drooped. "If we take too much," Lala said quietly, "the flower gets tired." The big bee nodded slightly. "If the flower gets tired," Lala continued, "the garden gets sad." Lala spoke slowly, clearly, not quickly. "Let's take a little," Lala said. "Just enough." "A little, but enough," Lala repeated softly. The big bee tried. She perched on the flower. She took just a little honey. The flower moved slowly. "Thank you," said the little flower. The big bee was surprised. "The flower is talking," she said softly. Lala smiled. "The flower is happy," Lala said softly. The big bee tried again. Just a little. The flower smiled. The color was bright again. The big bee smiled slightly. "It tastes good," she said. "You don't need much." Lala was happy. "If we take just enough," Lala said softly, "everyone is happy." The big bee nodded. "I will learn," she said softly. The garden felt warmer. A gentle breeze blew. The flowers began to straighten. Their colors were bright again. Lala flew in a circle. She felt calm. "Sharing is good," Lala said softly. And that day, a small lesson began to grow in the flower garden. The next morning came slowly. The sun shone softly. The flower garden looked bright again. The flowers stood tall. Lala flew slowly through the air. She smiled slightly. "It's a beautiful day," Lala said softly. The big bee approached. It wasn't flying fast anymore. "Good morning, Lala," the big bee said softly. "Good morning," Lala replied. The big bee looked at the flowers. "I'll take a little," she said softly. Lala nodded slightly. The big bee landed on the flower. She took some honey. The flowers smiled. "Thank you," the flower said softly. The big bee smiled broadly. "I'm happy," she said. Other bees arrived. Butterflies arrived. Everyone moved slowly. No fighting. "Take a little," Lala said softly, "so everyone gets a share." Everyone listened. The ant carried a small crumb. The butterfly drank a little nectar. No one was greedy. No one was angry. The flower garden felt busy, but it remained calm. The flowers laughed softly. The leaves swayed happily. Lala flew around. "Sharing is fun," Lala said quietly. The big bee nodded. "I'm learning," she said. "Take just enough." Lala felt happy. If one is happy, the others are happy too. If everyone shares, everyone is happy. The flower garden was peaceful again. Lala sat on a small flower. She closed her eyes for a moment. Her heart was warm, calm. "Thank you, flower garden," Lala said softly. And that day, everyone learned one important thing. Evening came slowly. The sky was a soft color. The flower garden felt calm. Everyone smiled. Lala flew slowly. She stopped in the middle of the garden. Lala wanted to tell a story. "Hello, children," Lala said softly. "I'm Lala," Lala said quietly. "I'm a little bee." Lala smiled. "Today I learned," Lala said, "learning not to be greedy." Lala nodded slightly. "If we take too much," Lala said softly, "someone will be sad." Lala paused for a moment. "But if we take just enough," Lala said quietly, "everyone can be happy." Lala looked at the flowers. The flowers smiled. The flowers weren't tired. Lala continued. "Children," Lala said softly, "if you have toys, play happily," Lala said. "But remember to share." Lala said quietly. If you eat, Lala said again, take just enough. You don't need much, Lala said softly. A little but enough, Lala repeated. Lala flapped her wings slowly. Sharing is good, Lala said. Not being greedy is good, Lala said again. If we are patient, Lala said softly, our hearts will be warm. Lala smiled broadly. I'm happy, Lala said. I want you to be happy too, Lala said softly. The wind blew gently. The leaves waved gently. The flower garden felt peaceful. Lala flew up slightly. She flapped her wings. See you, children, Lala said softly. Remember, take just enough, Lala said softly. Make everyone happy. And in the flower garden, Lala's story ended with a warm heart, with a small smile.